They don't need to relive the smell
Yeah.
that people smell. Nobody wants to know that. You know it. You already have that within you. I wanted to be more positive.
Yeah. So you never did a traditional publisher?
No.
Yeah, neither did I. So who did you eventually go to?
Dog Year Publishing, it's called?
Yes, I've heard of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they let me tell my story.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they didn't fluff it up. It didn't need fluffing. That's what I said. That's what I used to say.
Now, did they edit it? Did you have an editor? Everyone says you have to have an editor.
I didn't have an editor.
Yeah.
Me and my other sister's a teacher.
Okay.
So we read it, and we would go to doctor's appointments, and that's all we did. We read the book so many times.
Yeah, well, that's what it is. And I have read my books so many times that I'm
Right.
bored with them.
Right.
I don't even want to think about them. And how were they to work with? How was Dog Year to work with?
They were great. They really were, because they let me do what I wanted to do, and they helped me with any question. You know, they answered me right away. They were really very good for me. I have a good story about my cover.
Go ahead.
So whenever we would go on vacation, I would always take pictures of the sunrise and the sunset, always. And so I tried to have, the picture of Bill and I is in Puerto Rico. So I wanted to have that picture, and it would not download. And I kept sending them pictures of downloads, and I'm like, no, but that's really the one I want. So my son has a friend who's a photographer, and they went out one day, and he came back with pictures. And I looked at the picture, I said, where was this picture taken? Take me to it. It's exactly where I got engaged.
Ah.
And I said, it's funny because apparently my husband wanted a certain picture on the cover. Nothing else would take, which was strange.
Yeah.
But like a little gift there that he was helping.
Yeah. Do you feel that he's inspired parts of the books?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
He gave me the strength to write all the happy things, to stay away from the sad things.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's great. You really do have a precious gift.
I do.
It really is. Okay, so you have a cover that, did they help you with the design? I'm going through this now with my fourth book.
No, I actually wanted to be in control of all of it.
Okay. So you picked the font for the
Yes,
for the title and whatnot, and the back. I love what it says on the back.
thank you.
My name is Linda Bulinski. I was born on August 14th, 1966. I was already an old woman. In Queens, New York. To Roland and Patricia, oh, you're Italian, Barchianti?
Yes.
I should know, I just came from Italy. When I was 3 years old, we moved out to Farmingdale, Long Island. There, my parents were blessed with 2 more daughters, Donna and Denise. My sisters and I are all 3 years apart. They have always been my best friends. At age 15, I met my soulmate, Bill Bulinski. At age 21, we started our life as Mr. and Mrs. Bulinski. We were blessed to have a son, Matthew. When we were 24, we had it all. Now at age 45, I am a 2-time cancer survivor, a widow since age 43, and a mother of a 20-year-old son. My life's journey, of course, is 5 years, because he's
Right.
25 now, right?
Yeah.
My life's journey did not turn out exactly as planned, but it was truly a rewarding one. There are so many things I have learned throughout my life that has made me the person I am today. This book is a look at my journeys through life, love, death, and never giving up the fight. I truly feel the need to share my story in hopes of helping, healing, and understanding the emotional roller coaster we call life. Well, you know, if your life is this, you know what that means.
Right. It's true.
So it's got its
Right.
ups and downs.
Right.
And
I'm blessed with the ups and the downs.
yeah, well, I think we all are. Now, what do you do to market your book?
Well, I
You're
come
here.
on. Yes, I come on this show.
Radio shows?
I went on a radio show, and every time I go on a show, I meet somebody. Like I went on the WGBB show, and then
Right.
I met you.
Right.
So, and I go to breast cancer support groups, and I talk there.
That's great.
It makes me feel better because it's great to give back and help people. Because that's why I think I got sick, so that I can help people. So, it's a good thing.
So do you ever approach breast cancer centers and hospitals? I mean, almost every, like for instance, I'll give you an example. This is just a suggestion.
Okay.
I go for some of my medical tests to Zwanger and Passeri. They're all over the
Yes.
island. But they have a special unit for breast cancer, for women's, women's tests and whatnot.
Yeah,
You could approach them and say, can I leave a number of my books there? Because they have this very lovely lobby where you have
Right.
tea and cookies and whatnot, and leave some of your books there. That's one way to,
yeah,
it's
definitely.
another way. And also, you have a Facebook page, but you don't have a page for the book.
I just actually made a page for the book.
Good,
Yes,
good.
and I just got a website a few days ago.
Okay, and then because of your experiences and the way your book is written, you should be tweet out these little gems of wisdom.
That's true.
Because there's a lot of breast cancer survivors out there. There's a lot of people who've lost loved ones to breast cancer, and they are, tied into that story. So,
That is true.
so yeah, there's work to be done out there.
Yes, there's still work. There's plenty of work to do.
But sometimes what is your goal in writing a story? I mean, your goal is to help people. Part of your goal is probably just to get the story out. But if your goal is to help people, you're going to have to, get it out there.
It's true.
But you are. I mean, it's not like you're doing nothing. But, I talk to a lot of authors, so I end up really with a lot of suggestions for
Right,
people.
which is, thank you.
And when your sister gets her, well, she'll be a doctor, next week? And then when
Yeah.
she has her practice,
Right,
she's going to have your books in
Definitely.
her waiting room.
right.
And, you could contact the breast cancer surgeons on Long Island and just see if they want to.
That's true. That's a great idea.
I know my breast surgeon had a support group for us. We did a little group therapy afterwards, and she had a number of different books.
That's nice, yeah.
So that was helpful too. But I do really, truly like the idea that your book is so positive, because so many of the things you read when you're diagnosed are all about the treatment, and it's pretty overwhelming, I think.
It is.
So what comes next? Are you going to write another book?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. Because there's a, like, at the end of my book, I didn't know where I was headed, 6 years ago. And now I am, I'm very happy that my son I didn't know what would happen with him. He's a good man. He's very positive. I met somebody, so, that's positive. Like, I didn't think that any of these things were going to happen in my life. And everything is good, which is nice. And my sister, who was the candy striper, is now the doctor,
Yeah, that is great.
Right.
That is great. And she was a hospice.
Yes,
Was she a hospice volunteer or a hospice nurse?
hospice nurse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can be a hospice volunteer.
Yeah, that is a wonderful thing to do.
Yeah. I think about that sometimes, but I just wonder if I can handle it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, you should be thinking about your next book.
Yes, I will definitely.
So, I love your story. It's certainly personal for me, and I hope that you sell. Are you selling on Amazon?
Yes, on Amazon, and now I just have the lindabulinski.com website that they could just purchase the book.
All right, so you have a website?
Yes.
Because I looked for it and I couldn't find
Yeah,
it.
he just finished it.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
All right, so that's good. That's good to have the website. Think about Twitter.
definitely.
You have the page.
Yeah,
web page.
it's actually the name of the book.
Yes. Oh, sure. Of
Yeah.
course. So that's great. So you should be getting a lot of feedback, hopefully.
Yeah,
And it'll be a bestseller.
thank you. That would be
From
wonderful.
my mouth to
Yes,
God's ears, right?
yes.
So thank you, Linda,
Thank you
for
so
sharing
much.
this.
Thank you.
It's a great story.
Thank you. It really is,
And you have an angel in heaven.
without a doubt. He helps us every day.
That's great. I love this picture.
I do too. Such a great memory.